We're live, and welcome to another episode of The Bet. Has gotten even worse. You see the Texans with CJ Stroud is down. Or how say Buckeyes on concussion program call. That basically um, is the end of the Texas season because they were riding their backs off of CJ Stroud. Yeah, Vikings quarterback down now. Bengals quarterback, Browns quarterback. You have veterans coming back in. Next thing you know, they're going to call Kurt Warner in. So, with that being said, with this quarterback situation, when a snowman, when he decided to play football, why? Because he was a cold quarterback. And that's what we need right now in the NFL is a cold quarterback that's willing not to get hurt. I'm hearing maybe Jalen Hurts for the Eagles might be hurt this week, which is going to be a rough game because the Seahawks do have an amazing defensive line. And without Jalen Hurts threatening that C gap, even the A gap, there's going to be a problem. So this week on the bet, Thursday night football, the Chargers versus the Las Vegas Raiders. Now, the point spreads is going to Las Vegas Raiders. I still think the Chargers do have a team, and they still have to play the next 3 weeks of football. So I'm going with the Chargers. The point spread is for Las Vegas. It's a 3 points. It's only a field goal. So I'm going with the Chargers on this one. Sunday afternoon football, you have the Vikings versus the Bengals. Of course, I'm going with the Bengals. They've been winning some good games this week. Last Thursday night, they gave a challenge up to the Ravens, which proves that they still have a good defense. They didn't come in the top 10 of the power rankings, but I tell you what, who was number 8 this week in the power rankings was my Brownies, the Cleveland Browns. Now you have the Steelers versus the Colts, which Vegas is going to go with the Colts. So I'm going to go with the Steelers after last week's victory and the rest. That the Steelers were on the losing end and they had a long rest, and I just believe the Colts are going to win. But Vegas have the Colts winning, but only by 2.5 points, which is a field goal. It's going to be an interesting game. Now the Broncos against the Lions. Of course, the Lions hasn't been playing really good football. I mean, this is the first time they've won this many games in almost 30 years. So you would think that they would be playing on a high level, kind of like how Dak is right now. But they're not. So I am going to go with the Broncos. Sierra just announced she's having a baby by Russell Wilson. So I'm going with the Broncos. They have Detroit to win by 4-point favorite in Vegas. Cleveland Browns against the Bears. Of course, they have Cleveland by 3 points, and I'm going with the Brownies on this one. The Buccaneers versus the Packers. The Packers last week had an amazing week. Last week too. They really played very well. So I am going to go with the Packers against the Buccaneers, which Green Bay is a 3.5 favorite in Vegas. Now I'm going with the Tennessee Titans over the Texans. I want to go with the Texans over the Tennessee Titans because I still believe without CJ Stroud, they still have great coach, still have great defense. Vegas has Tennessee by 2.5. Now, last week the Chiefs had a terrible week. Even Patrick Mahomes, uncharacteristically throwing his helmet down on a call that no one in the box even showed him that he was wrong about, which his staff also makes him look bad. So The staff look bad. Patrick Mahomes look bad. So redeeming himself. Receivers are not catching the ball, running their routes. No one knows what they're doing. I'm looking for KC to make a redemption comeback against the Patriots. Sorry, Bill Belichick, but KC is a 9-point favorite over the Patriots, and I'm taking the Chiefs. The Saints over the Giants. Giants has a good year. Saints have Steve Carr now. I'm looking at the Saints over the Giants. Okay? And the Atlanta Falcons at the Panthers. Panthers have, I'm taking the Falcons. The Commanders at the Rams. I'm going with the Rams. Point spread towards the Rams. The 49ers against the Cardinals. Now, people want to say the 49ers right now are the best team in football, but they better watch out for the same thing that my Cowboys didn't watch out for. The Cardinals have an amazing front line defense. I don't think this is going to be a 13-point game. The point spread is 13.5. I think it's going to be a 6-point game. The Bills against them boys. Now, the point spread is going 2.5 to the Bills. Bills defense is a little banged up, and my Cowboys are Rolls Royce right now. We're working on all 12 cylinders. So the bookies are going with the Bills. I'm going to go with my boys. And yes, you quote that. I'm going with the Brownies, and I'm going with them boys. Understand? And also, Miami against the Jets. Of course, I'm going with the Dolphins. Even though the Dolphins is not really playing good football, they are one of the top tier, second in the league in points this year. So I look for the Miami to win against the Jets. Miami is an 8-point favorite over the Jets. Now, Monday Night Football, the Eagles against the Seahawks. Now, this is what I want to watch here. It was just a fluke these last 2 weeks with the Eagles. I don't want to call it a fluke against my Cowboys because we had a convincing win, and we've had 5-0 games where we beat someone at home over 20 points, something like 30-some odd points a game on our run at home. We're 6-0 at home. We're playing the Bills at home this week. We're playing the Bills at the Bills this week. We'll play the Dolphins at home. And we'll play the Commanders at home. So I am predicting the Eagles to redeem themselves. Now, the bookies have this as a 4-point game. And I look for it to be close. Just like the Cowboys game was. I really want to once again this week for week 15 of the 2023 NFL season to please let's pray for all the injuries. This is week 15. You know, the main thing is, after Thanksgiving, you gotta stay healthy, man. You can't get caught up in the celebratory activities of what's going on with your family. You have a job to do. It's just like anything, a regular job. You don't want to get sick this time of year. It's only, 2 more weeks left in the whole year. You don't want to get sick. It's playoff time. It's football season. So, you know what I mean? Really, in essence, just being around your family, you don't have to be into the activities of what they do. But what I'm saying is keep yourself healthy, And Yahweh, Ali Ona Shadal, I pray over all the players that have been injured in the league. Hopeful they have a speedy recovery. This is another episode of The Bet. And also, we're going out today with what a football player's favorite meal is. A tackle box. Remember our old tackle box? Fish box, which you got your little sandwich in there. That's a football player's favorite meal. Mine was always peanut butter and jelly. I just don't like to eat bread anymore. So this is another episode of The Bet, week 15 of the 2023 NFL season. How about them Brownies? How about them boys? How about them Bengals? Have a great NFL Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday.